Hey, good afternoon. Today is Monday, September the 23rd. My name is Judge Esparza. We have some hearings scheduled for this afternoon. We do not have a court reporter. If you're requesting a court reporter, your case will be reset for a later date. The defendants are present in the courtroom. They all speak English. They were sworn in prior to turning on the video. The first case we're going to call is C-4311-24-8, State of Texas versus Jose Jimenez Jr. Mr. Jimenez is present. Right there's fine, Mr. Jimenez. Tracy Evans, this is your motion. You may proceed.
Judge, I had filed this writ because he's there for the charge of murder, Judge. He did not have a bond set. I have spoken with Miss Annalise, Judge. We had agreed to a $500,000 cash or surety bond, Judge.
What says the state?
Correct.
You are Jose Jimenez? Mr. Jimenez, you have a charge of murder. It's a first-degree felony. Currently, no bond set on your case. Your attorney and the state have agreed to set your bond at $500,000. I'm going to order that if you are released, that you be released to AIP officials, which means that you will be under house arrest. If you have a job, you can work. You need to notify the AIP officials of your schedule. They'll verify it. If you're supposed to be at work and they go check and you're not there, that's a violation. If you're supposed to be home and they go check and you're not there, that's a violation. They'll notify the court. And we could possibly revoke your bond and you end up back in jail. Do you understand that? I'm also going to order monthly UAs through probation. No drugs or alcohol while you're out on bond, sir. You come back positive for drugs or alcohol, you will end up back in jail. You understand me? Sir. Bond will be reduced to $500,000 cash surety by agreement.
Thank you, Judge. Sorry. May I be excused?
Yes, thank you, Tracy.
Thank you.
Next case we're going to call is C-4313-24-E, State of Texas versus Josef Fuentes. Speaking is correct, Mr. Fuentes?
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
There you go. This is your motion. Vice President, you may proceed. And your camera freeze?
You there?
There you are. Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead.
Judge, this gentleman here, U.S. citizen, has family ties here in the RGV. We've got 3 cases. We've got unlawful possession of a firearm by a felon, unlawful carrying of a weapon with felony convictions, fabricate physical evidence. So first one is at a $10,000, $15,000 is the second one, and $5,000, and they're all 3 cash surety. Judge, we're asking, I know I've spoken to the family. They have about $1,500 available at this point. It's what they've been able to gather to see if there's a possibility of bonding him out.
Okay. What says the state?
Judge, we are opposed to reduction. This defendant went into the victim's home without her permission with a firearm. He is a convicted felon, so he should not have a firearm. And the facts of the case are very scary, and the lethality factor in those kinds of situations where it's a family member are very concerning. And so we oppose any kind of reduction, Judge.
Mr. Fuentes, where do you live, sir?
I live in Palmview.
Yeah, speak a little louder.
I live in Palmview, Texas.
What's your address?
4708 North Benson Palm Drive, Mission, Texas, 785.
Is that where you received the mail?
Yes, sir.
Where do you work, sir?
Builders First Source, the McAllen,
What do you do there?
roofing, repairing roofs.
You own it or you work there?
I worked there.
How long have you been working there?
A year. Before that, I worked with the same company, but in Mercedes. Selling and moving lumber.
I didn't see a protective order issued on this case. Although the report, I thought I read in the report that they had requested one, maybe it was a different one. I did not see a protective order issued. Sir, if you make bond, I'm going to ask that you have no contact with the victim or the victim's family. Understanding and reading the complaint, you have a child together, is that correct? Okay, I'm going to ask that you have no contact with the family or the victim unless another judge authorizes you visitation. But as far as this case goes, they're-
Writ, doing a writ.
Yes, Zoom, right?
Yes, sir.
Con Larry.
Good seeing you, Judge.
Yes, sir.
actually, the magistrate's order did indicate no contact with the victim or the victim's family, is that what it says? No firearms or ammunition. If you have firearms in your house or anywhere where you're staying, they need to be taken out of the home. If probation goes by there and finds any of those items in the home, that's a violation of your bond conditions, and you will end up back in jail. Do you understand me? I'm also going to order monthly UAs through probation. You come back dirty for drugs or alcohol, sir, you will be put back in jail. Is that clear? I'm going to ask that you be released to AIP officials, which means same thing I told the other individual, you'll be under house arrest. You can go to work, but if you violate any of the conditions of that agreement with AIP, they'll report back to the court and you will end up back in jail. Is that clear? Bond on the tampering charge will be reduced to $1,000 cash surety. Bond on the unlawful carrying will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. And bond on the unlawful possession will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. Total of $11,000 cash surety. No contact, sir, with the victim, you understand? That means text messages, instant message. Don't borrow your friend's phone and send her messages or anything of the sort, you understand? If I get any reports that's going on, you will end up back in jail. Is that clear? Anything else, Dan?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Good luck to you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dan. Next case we're going to call is C 4332-24-I, State of Texas versus Rebecca Mendoza. You speak English, correct, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Juan Hassan, there you are.
Good morning, Judge. Good afternoon.
The client's present. You may proceed.
That is correct, Your Honor. Ms. Mendoza is currently before the court on 2 charges, which are burglary of habitat. She currently has a bond of $10,000 cash surety on each one of those counts. Respectfully, Your Honor, Ms. Mendoza, as evidenced by her incarceration, she cannot afford those bonds. Ms. Mendoza, she is indigent, Your Honor, as evidenced by her appointment. Respectfully, we are asking the court to consider lowering her bonds, Your Honor, from $10,000 at this time to $2,000 cash surety on each count.
What says the state?
Judge, this defendant is a habitual offender with one of the prior prison trips being an aggravated robbery. She is a danger to the community and the state opposes any reduction.
Ms. Mendoza, where do you live, ma'am? Who do you live with?
My sister,
What's your address?
41 South 10th Street,
How old are you?
all of my 31.
You have a job? When was the last time you worked?
Before my last incarceration.
Which was the aggravated robbery charge? So that was back in in 2018, so you haven't worked in 6 years?
Yes, Your Honor.
The children,
Yes, I do.
how old are they?
I have a 9-year-old and 8-year-old myself.
Do they live with you?
Not that.
Do you have custody of them?
Yes, I do have full custody.
You can't help them if you're locked up, right?
Judge, I would add in this case that the defendant grabbed a knife and stabbed at the victim in this case and did stab him in the pinky and wrist, causing him to bleed, further showing her danger to the community.
If you do make bond, ma'am, I ask that you have no contact with the victim or the victim's family. Don't drive by his house, don't go over there. Don't, same thing I told the other gentleman, don't send him text messages or borrow somebody's phone. You wanna go back and go sleep, sir?
No, sir, no, sir, I'm waiting on the court.
And you keep your mouth quiet, you understand?
Sir, I
Keep your mouth quiet is what I'm telling you. Do you understand?
have the right.
Do you understand what I'm telling you?
Sir, I do understand.
Order monthly UAs through probation. You come back dirty for drugs or alcohol, and you're gonna end up back in jail. Is that clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also gonna order that you be released to AIP officials, which means you'll be under house arrest. You violate those conditions, you're not at home when you're supposed to be, that's a violation and you will end up back in jail. Is that clear? Bond will be reduced to $2,500, cash surety on each count. Anything else, Mr. Basan?
No, Your Honor, no, Your Honor, that's understood. Having anything further, Your Honor, may we be excused?
Sir, thank you. Have a good afternoon. Good luck to you.
Yes, sir.
Next case we're gonna call is C 4293-24-F, State of Texas versus Jacqueline Perez. Eloy Sepulveda.
Judge, I'm here. Can you hear me, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
You may proceed.
Judge, I know this is my motion, Judge. This is a serious offense, Judge. I understand you involved some cocaine and drugs in her kids, Judge, and that's why she's there, Judge. At this point, Judge, she cannot afford bond, Judge, and we're requesting the court to, reduce the bond, Judge, where she can get out, Judge. Of course, I know you're going to impose AIP, Judge, UA, and monthly. I mean, if so required, Judge, if the court so desires, a drug patch, Judge, and we're just asking for that, Judge, just to reduce her bond so she can get out with those conditions.
She does have an ICE hold from what I saw.
I didn't see
Are
that,
you a US
Judge.
citizen, ma'am?
No.
You're not a US citizen?
Okay, Judge, that renders our motion moot, Judge.
Okay. You'll be filing a non-suit?
Yeah, I will, Judge. Can you explain that to her, Judge, please?
Because you have an immigration hold on your case, which means if you're released, they'll release you to immigration authorities. They won't release you here locally. And you may possibly be deported. Because of the fact that you have an immigration hold, your attorney is going to withdraw his motion on your bond. Understand that? All right. All right, thank you.
Thank you,
Mr.
Judge.
Sepulveda.
Thank you, Judge. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Are you sure? It's on the documents. So, no? Was that in it? There's a copy of it.
Did an excellent job. Secondary did an excellent job. Next thing that I felt was the improvement of Florida State this past week with the pressure of the quarterback. They had 7 sacks in this game. Actually had 12 tackles for loss. So they definitely played the backfield. Yeah.
Are you doing, Jeff?
Yeah.
Oh. What's the matter?
Scared me.
Let's get my son.
She does, right?
Yeah. I have a minus, but I don't know.
Okay. Next case we're gonna call is C 4343-24-E State of Texas versus David Villegas.
Judge Carlos Ortegon for Mr. Villegas.
Who's Mr. Villegas?
Judge,
Mr.
he has a 50,000
Right,
cash surety, Judge. I'm sorry,
Go
did you
ahead.
ask me something, Judge? Okay, he has a 50,000 cash surety and an aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. It's my understanding it's with a kitchen knife, butter knife with his brother, Judge, at their home. My client is on SSI disability, Judge, but my understanding, because he got arrested, they stopped. He does take meds, but when he doesn't take his meds is when he relapses. We're asking for a 2,000 cash surety bond, Judge. My client's very indigent. I'm court appointed and has very limited resources.
What says the state?
Judge, this defendant has had 2 aggravated assaults, prior aggravated assaults dismissed. He did go to prison for a robbery case. Based on the facts and his arrest history, Judge, the defendant is a danger to himself and others. It is clear that he does have a mental health issue just based on how he has acted while he's been in court, which is a great concern to the community.
Mr. Villegas, are you related to Mrs. Avalos?
My mother, sir.
She's your mother?
I'm sincerely, I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry, sir, but.
She's your mother? Calm down, hey, calm down, calm down, calm down,
She's.
calm down. Listen to me. Calm down.
Sir, it's my anger issue.
Okay, well, calm down. Listen what I'm telling you.
I don't wish to.
Okay, listen what I'm telling you. Calm down. Take a deep breath. Listen to me. Take a deep breath and calm down, all right? Just relax, relax. If you're released, Mr. Avalos, where will you live?
I could point the address of my brother, that's the one that was on the furniture. I could appoint that address, but I won't go there. I'll go and take care of my father.
I don't know if they'll allow you to go back to,
I have the right.
I didn't see.
Now, I was born in the United States.
Okay, I'm not arguing with you.
I graduated, I went to high school, I finished thanks to the encouragement of my father, both of them.
Hang on, let me finish. Who lives at 304 North First Street? Is that where your mom lives? Okay, you understand? Okay, that's what I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. If you get out, you gotta let me talk. If I can't speak, I can't give an order here. You understand? If you're released, I don't want you going back to that address. You understand that? And I don't want you having any contact. Don't be sending text messages or calling over there, driving by there. Do you understand?
No, sir.
Order that you be released to AIP officials. You'll be under house arrest. You have a job, sir?
No, sir, I've been trying to get one, but with this disgrace of case, my life got ruined. I'm a disability person. I didn't wish to be like that. I never wanted to be disability. I just wanted to buy the state of Texas to send me that.
Okay, all right, well, we'll try to get you some help, all right? You're gonna be under house arrest, though, so it means you can't leave the house unless you're going to work and they give you permission, you understand?
So, but
If you have to go to the doctors or you have to go, you tell them where you're going and they'll verify, listen to me, and they'll verify that that's where you're going. And if you're there, they'll make sure, and if you're not supposed to be there, you need to be at home, you understand? Bond will be reduced to $5,000 cash surety. No contact with the victims or the victim's family.
Thank you, Judge.
Talk to your attorney about how much it's gonna cost you, and then you can make arrangements as far as where you're gonna live when you get
I'm
out.
still going to court, right?
Time to take care of this, man.
My last week. I don't want to.
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
you
May I
have
be
to talk
excused?
to- Yes, sir. Thank you, Carlos.
Thank you.
Mr. Diaz, behave yourself, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Next case I'm gonna call is, C 4336-24-J, State of Texas versus John Gabriel Rosa. English, correct, Mr. Rosa? How old are you, sir? Okay. Sonny Palacios here, motion, sir. You may proceed.
Good afternoon, Judge. Sonny Palacios here, Mr. Rosa. Judge, as you're aware, this is a possession of controlled substance charge. This is a nonviolent offense. He does have one prior from 1988, I believe, out of Starr County. He is a lifelong, but that's the only thing I see out of that I saw, both state and federal. He is a lifelong resident of the Rio Grande Valley. He has been married for about 30 years. He has one son. Judge, the key issue, pressing issues on this with Mr. Rosa is his medical needs. He's had a kidney transplant, so he has immunosuppressive issues. He's on medications for that for life. He's diabetic. He has developed glaucoma because of that. He's been seeing a nephrologist. He has an appointment today that we're trying to reschedule with his glaucoma specialist. There's Victor Gonzalez with the specialist here out of McAllen. That's set for the 7th. And I believe he has a cardiologist appointment coming up also with Benjamin Rubalino. He was recently transferred to Willacy County. Willacy County bounced him right back because they couldn't handle his medical needs. They bounced him back to Hidalgo County. I anticipate with all this coming up, Hidalgo County is going to be in the same position. Judge, we're asking, the family has the ability to take care of him. There's everything in place already there. We're asking that the court lower his bond from $250,000 down for this down to something reasonable, maybe around 25,000. The family has about $2,500. They could probably get a little bit more, but we're asking for a bond of 25,000 on this one because of his medical needs.
All right, what says the state?
Judge, this is a 10-year minimum case. He actually did go to prison from Illinois in 2006. He has fugitive status, out of state history, out of county history. We believe he is a flight risk, and so we would oppose any kind of reduction.
Mr. Rosa, how old you say you were? You're married? How old are your children? You gotta speak a little louder.
I got one son, he's 29 years old.
Okay. Doesn't live with you, then, does he?
No, he lives here now.
Where do you live?
I live in Rio Grande.
How long have you lived in Rio Grande?
My life.
Same house? You own it or rent it?
We own it.
You are married? You have a job?
I'm self-employed, sir. I do construction work.
Does your wife work?
Yes, sir.
What's she do?
She works right there. We can.
You sound like you have some serious health issues, sir, so I don't suspect we'll have any drug usage charges, but I'm gonna order monthly UAs. You come back positive for any type of drugs or alcohol, sir, you're ruining your own health and you're gonna end up back in jail. Do you understand that? Because he lives I put him in AIP, but he's in Starr County. We can't have AIP. I'm gonna order the curfew, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. You can't be out of the house past 9 o'clock. You can't leave before 6 a.m. in the morning. That's 7 days a week, includes Fridays, Saturdays, no going to the dances or whatever. You're at home by 9 o'clock. Do you understand me? Bond will be reduced to $20,000 cash surety
Thank you, Judge.
with all other conditions imposed. Get out of trouble, sir. Thank you, Sonny.
Thank you, Judge. And that concludes my business before the Honorable Court might be excused.
Yes, we called everybody, right? All right. Thank you. Gretchen, thank you for your help.
Okay, have a good day.
Thank you, Judge.
You too. Thank you, Sonny. All right, y'all make sure you get out, you comply with your conditions. This is just to get you out of jail. You will have to show up at the courthouse with your attorney at a later time to take care of these cases. It's not over. Make sure you comply with your conditions of bond. Make sure you leave a work phone number because probation is gonna attempt to contact you if I order drug testing, and if they can't reach you, they're gonna call me and say, hey, phone's not working, you're gonna end up back in jail. So you're gonna waste your money on bond, and you're gonna come back and sit in here. So, all right, good luck to you. Make sure you listen to the guards.